Tracking and engaging product qualified leads has a direct correlation to net revenue growth for bottom-up SaaS startups. Yet only 25% of companies track PQLs. Why? Because there's no simple framework. People don't know where to start, so we came up with the easiest way to define product qualified leads for your SaaS. Let's dive in. Product qualified leads, also known as PQLs, are product users who, upon reaching certain thresholds in product usage, become great candidates for conversations with sales. They're more likely to convert and expand than other users. Step 1. Define your value metric milestone. You should start by only tracking one main product action. Don't make the mistake of overcomplicating things. Start simple and add complexity later. The guys at Product Led call it the value metric. Your value metric is a core component of your product that leads someone to experience meaningful value. To find it, ask yourself, if you had to choose one single data point to know if your customers are getting value from your product, what would that be? Here are a few examples of value metrics from your favorite SaaS. Once you've found it, add a number threshold to your value metric. The number threshold is the level at which your value metric needs to be in order for your users to understand the value of your product. To find it easily, look at how you price your solution. That's usually close to your value metric threshold. Also look at your product usage dashboards. Try to find your best customers and identify when they were at in terms of the value metric when they converted to paying. Here are the same value metric examples, but with their quantitative thresholds. And that's what you need to start with when defining PQLs easily. Quantitative threshold plus value metric. That's it. Step 2. What's your ideal customer profile? If you're struggling to find your ICP, ask yourself, if you had to close a sale right now, who would you go to? What's the size of the company? Which industry are they in? And which country are they in? Those are the most commonly used firmographics, but let's just start with company size to make it simple. Step 3. On a user level, is there a specific title you want to talk to? You might not care about this step if the end user view solution is also a buyer, so feel free to skip it for now. However, if you find yourself talking to VPs of sales, heads of engineering, or other managers when converting big accounts or expanding existing accounts, make sure to track titles. Both Step 2 and Step 3 can easily be tracked with enrichment. You might already have built-in enrichment in the sales tools that you're using, like HubSpot and Intercom. If you don't have sales tools that already enrich, the easiest way is to connect segment to your product and add Clearbit as a destination. Another option is to ask your developers to connect to your product to enrichment APIs directly, like Clearbit, Wapalizer, Slintel, etc. Then ask them to trigger a call to those APIs every time a user signs up with the user email. That's it. To summarize, start with finding your value metric, then add a quantitative threshold. That's the easiest product tracking to set up for a basic PQL. Then add firmographics by enriching records. That should uncover pretty good leads for your revenue team to chase. If your basic PQL tracking generates too many leads though, you can always create subsets of your PQLs by tracking multiple product actions, duplicating your PQLs with different firmographics, or adding intent behaviors to find your hottest leads, like people going to certain pages of your website or trying premium features. Enough for today. Go define your PQLs. If you've defined your PQLs and are ready to track and engage them, get started with Blinks for free. See ya.